Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? At this point in the evening, we're just about to proceed with the speeches. But first and foremost, can I make sure that you all have a full charge glass? And as the speeches sort of unfold, make sure that they are continually charged, because I think they're always going to be needed. I said there's going to be a few speeches and a few toasts, so make sure you've got a full glass. So first and foremost, can I just ask anybody to be upstanding? We can have a toast for
Jockey lad.
So, we can all be seated? It is now my pleasure to call upon the father of the bride to give the first speech. In English, I try to do it in English. Good afternoon, everybody. As father of the bride, it is my privilege to make the first speech. I will start by welcoming Dick and Nita, the rest of John's family, my family, and all the friends of Henriette and John. It is a pleasure to see you all. Henriette and John know each other many years now. Today it is a big step in their lives together. But once, this beautiful bride was my little girl. As a joke, I often say I have a beautiful wife and 3 lovely daughters. Then always Henriette plays, especially the youngest. I also speak for your mother when I say we are very proud of our little girl today. It started many years ago when Henriette visited London. Just talk amongst yourselves. After the trip, after the trip, Esther rang the telephone. Henriette, please. What was we heard to our surprise? This was our first contact with John. Not long after that, Henriette managed to arrange an internship in a hospital in England. Ellie and I visited Henriette in England, and there we met John for the first time. And we said to each other they are very much in love. And now we have seen us. After graduating the School of Higher Facility Management, Henriette traveled to Australia but stayed in contact with John. Back in Holland, Henriette started her career at the Rabobank, where she still works with match play. All of a sudden, Henriette had a big announcement. John is coming to Holland. I couldn't believe my eyes when he arrived. His car was packed to the roof with stereo, with a computer, and he had a bike and a box of brand new tools. By the way, the tools aren't not used.
John had no house, no job, no friends in Holland, but soon we were all settled. Your mother and I are very pleased to see you two so beautiful and happy today. So, ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses to the lovely bride and groom and wish them all the happiness in the world.
Thank you.
Cheers! Cheers! My brother-in-law in Italiaans.
Non capiscono qua! Auguri a tutti! Herzlich Stern e auguri da un italiano! Io sono un italiano senza mandolino e senza pizza e senza chitarra.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I speaking to the father of the Jew. Where is he?
Badly, don't worry. It's going to get worse. I've got to cut this down, so I've got to go through it very, very quickly. But if I make an animal noise, this is for Ellie, because we get on well together, you see. Ellie doesn't speak English and I don't speak Dutch. So we have to do it in this way. If I make an animal noise, you make an animal noise, okay? And if you don't, you have to do 12 press-ups, or you have to read the alphabet of 10 countries. Now, I'm going to go through this very quickly. We're obviously delighted about today. And I think Jan said it all, didn't he? So all I'm going to say is that we thought that John came to Holland for the tulips, but he didn't, he came for a roll. Don't bark! You think on a hot break it's early spring? Alright, what's black and swings in the jungle? Tarzan's doctor. We had a lovely donkey, you know, and just as we taught it to live without food, he died. I mean, we had a dog in the and you know, we taught him to wee in the gutter, and he fell off the roof. And I was driving along after work one day, I've got to be quick. I was driving along, and I was in a hurry to get home to my lovely wife. You know, you understand, don't you? And I came round this corner so quick, a bloke came round and he had to swerve, and he shouted, "Pig!" And I thought, well, that was horrible, wasn't it? And I ran into a pig. Where are we now? Oh yeah! We were very poor. We were not like today, you know. So we didn't have an egg timer, and we loved soft-boiled eggs. So what we did, we boiled the water, we put the eggs on, and then we made love. born before TV. And a Big Mac was an oversized overcoat. And men didn't wear earrings, no rings. And the stud was to fasten your collar. And going all the way meant stopping on the bus to the terminal. And Coke was in the coal house. And our business speaks of the hereafter. And I said to him, I said, the hereafter, I'm always saying that when I go to the bathroom, I think, what am I hereafter? And I told him that, you know, when we want to screw, we go to the toolbox. I got a back on. I was driving along this day, and this is the, you know, this is the honest truth. I was driving along in the car, and it's quite a new car, so I was only doing 60, and I was overtaken by a three-legged chicken. Yeah, three-legged chicken, and I thought, wow, I put my foot down, 60, he still went ahead, 70, 80, three-legged chicken. He went into a farmhouse. And I drove in after him, nearly hit the farmer. And I said, are the three-legged chickens as tender as a two-legged chicken? And he said, I don't know, I've never caught one. I know, I've got to tell you, when they were over to Wrexham, you went to Wrexham football club. Now we see there's Feyenoord, isn't there?
Feyenoord, yeah.
Feyenoord. He said it was Feyenoord. Near there, the place is called Roslanekrieger. Can you remember that? Roslanekrieger. And it's very close to Wrexham Football Club. And there was a chap there, and his name was Di. He's a Welshman, see? And Di's short for David, you see? So where's old, is it Steve? And now he's in Australia, right? Now if he says to you, are you having a nice day? Well, you know he's talking about the weather. But Di, he had an American visiting him. And this American came all the way over from America, and he walked in his house and he said, whoa, it's a nice house, he said, but you know, on my estate, he said, it takes me half a day to ride round the estate. And Di said, I've got a car like that. And then he took in a convent, and they got a great big hospital. And he said, well, in America, we've got hospitals 10 times the size of that, and Di said, it's a mental hospital. we got some great doctors in America, he said. And Di said, well, we've got a good doctor. He said, do you know what he said? He said, we had a lady who was taken very ill, and the doctor got his bag, and there was 3 foot of snow. And he looked it across the fields, and he found a lady lying in the snow. And he laid her out on the snow, and he got a sheep. And he laid the sheep out beside her, and then he cut the lady from top to bottom. He cut the sheep from top to bottom. He put the sheep bottom in the lady. And the American said, did she live? And he said, live, she landed last week.
That is truly appalling.
Yeah, I don't think I'm starting now because he's rushing me here. This fellow, you know, he had a lovely duck. That's a chicken. I mean, he loved this duck. And so he decided that he wanted to go to the pictures. So he was going to the pictures, and he walked in with the duck. And he walked up to pay his ticket, and the lady said, I'm sorry, but we do not allow ducks in here. And he couldn't go, so he said to his girlfriend, you get the tickets. and you go in with his friend. I hope he's broad-minded, with his friend. And he went home, and he got the duck and he said, don't worry, fella. And he put it in his trousers, and he put an overcoat on, and he walked in, and the lady said, yes sir, he said, one single please. And he walked in, the captain place, and he sat down. And after about 10 minutes, the duck got restless, didn't it? You know, you would if you were in somebody's time. So what he did, he undid a couple of buttons and the duck's head came out. And after a while, his mate said to him, hey, have you got it out? And he said, well, you've got yours out, haven't you? And he said, yeah, but mine's not nibbling your crisp.
Do well back at the wedding.
Just have a chat amongst yourselves. You all know Winston Churchill, don't you? Well, he couldn't come tonight. So, yeah, well, in the field of human activity, has such romance been here between only and John and Winston on the very day? Would you please, Rachel?
First of all, I'd like to thank Jan for his kind words, and my dad for his words. And I'm not going to stand here and tell these stale-old jokes, because of course that's Darren's job.
Dad back.
Of course, I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and especially there's so many people from far off places, and thanks very much for coming, and the gifts and the presents and all that sort of thing, and we really much appreciate it. Just thought I'd mention that someone was in Australia yesterday. Steve over there, he flew in to London this morning, and he made it here before the bar opened. Pass it back.
I'll try not to.
Okay. So, yeah, I'll skip to the chase. Obviously, the first one I'd like to thank is Harriet for marrying me, obviously. Obviously, I'm going to say how wonderful she looks. God, you don't remember all these things. Of course, I'm extremely lucky that she's married me today, so there you go. You can tell her hears this, can't you? We've already had our first round. I said I do, she said, oh no you don't. Next, I'd like to thank Ellie for, well, inviting me into her house, and when I first moved here I had to stay there for 3 months, so that can't have been easy. So thanks very much, Ellie. Marvellous, I've got a mother-in-law. It's great, I've got a mother-in-law who doesn't understand a word I say. I'd also like to thank my mum and dad for, well, the general things, me being here and all the rest of the stuff. I was really stressed.
Doing well.
Yeah, go on, Casey, keep going, lad.
Just a minute.
The light's not good here for reading.
No, that's it.
Under this whole
It's actually really old.
This brings me to the best man. Well, obviously it's Ben.
This wasn't.
As you can tell, it was the best I could get at short notice. Right, he handed me this note to say all these complimentary things about him, and that just reinstated the fact that he's completely mad. And actually, you know he's really mad, and any stories that he might tell you later, they're not actually true. It's but honestly, he does believe they happen, but he can't, because, to be honest, he didn't go to the same school as me, he didn't drink in the same pubs as me, in fact I barely know him. So he knows absolutely nothing, so they can all be lies.
That's because I went to school.
Right. Seriously, Darren, I couldn't think of anyone I would rather have as my best man today. They all said they had a plan. I'd like to thank Nick and Steve. Nick worked in the video camera, and Steve sitting over there. Thanks for doing the usher's job. And next, now on to the important stuff, the bridesmaids, or what they call in our Dutch?
Ceremony meisters.
Ceremony meisters. Oh yeah. So, thanks very much for helping Harriet over the months today, the last few months. And obviously, you look very beautiful for her house.
Nice, mate.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to thank Case for the wonderful loan of his car. It was obviously very nice and a great touch, so there's a present on it. It's great to be here. Oh yes, that's done.
My dog
What's up, Shadowy? I did this one for Ellie. Yeah, don't look so surprised.
He doesn't understand the word.
Thanks, Mum. Now for Darren. Darren gets some presents as well.
No marking.
That some the World Cup. This is for Darren, so they can also support Holland.
chocolate cheese, don't throw that.
Cheers.
And some really disgusting pornography.